Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Yuba-Sutter alive. It's the truth that comes through. Yuba-Sutter done alive. It's the truth that comes through.
possibilities. They serve as vibrant community hubs, connecting people with knowledge, technology, and resources while fostering civic engagement, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. Libraries provide free and equitable access to books, digital tools, and innovative programming, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of background, have the support they need to learn, connect, and thrive. Libraries partner with schools, businesses, and organizations connecting the dots to maximize resources, increase efficiency, and expand access to essential services. Strengthening the entire community, and they empower job seekers, entrepreneurs, and lifelong learners by providing access to resources, training, and opportunities that support career growth and economic success. Libraries nurture young minds through story times, STEAM program, I think it's STEM programs, isn't it? Yeah, STEM programs and literacy initiatives, fostering curiosity and a love of learning that lasts a lifetime. And they protect the right to read, think, and explore without censorship, standing as champions of intellectual freedom and free expression. Dedicated librarians and library workers provide welcoming spaces that inspire discovery, collaboration, and creativity for all. And across the country, they will be joining together to celebrate National Library Week under the theme, Drawn to the Library. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors do hereby proclaim the week of April 6th through the 12th, 2025 as National Library Week. During this week, we encourage all residents to visit their library, explore its resources, and celebrate all the ways that the library draws us together as a community. And I'm glad I went to the library when I was young, so I can read through that. Spend a lot of time there. Thank you, yes. So I'll give you the mic.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate this. And we just hope that on National Library Week and any other time that you'll come and visit us. I was hoping to have some more staff here, but we are, they're all back working hard there at the library. We're very, very busy. So I do have Linda Baker here with me, who is the president of our Friends of the Library group. Do you want to say anything?
If you're not going to the library, you're really missing out.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's give them a round of applause again. That's great. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate all you do at the library. And we'll take a photo.
Will Jen Dupre please join the board up front for a presentation of a proclamation recognizing April 6th through the 12th, 2025 as National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
Great, how are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah. Okay. All right, they're mixing me up here, but it'll work. Okay. Okay, National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Not as long as the library, so that's good. Excellent. Oh, there you go. Crime affects individuals, families, and communities in profound and varied ways, often leaving lasting physical, emotional, and social challenges. The concept of kinship underscores the connections that build bridges to support, services, and shared strength among survivors, advocates, and communities. And kinship is the foundation of victim advocacy, inspiring trauma-informed care that meets survivors where they are. And through kinship, we build peer networks and community alliances that empower survivors, foster resilience, and offer pathways to healing. And kinship reminds us of the strength that comes from the connection, the importance of listening to every voice, and the power we have to create lasting change when we work together. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors do hereby proclaim the week of April 6th to the 12th as National Crime Victims' Rights Week in Sutter County. This proclamation reaffirms our dedication to building connections, standing in kinship with survivors, and creating a future where healing and hope are within the reach for everyone. Comments?
Thank you very much. My name is Monica O'Neill, and I'm the fairly new program manager for Victim Services with the Sutter County District Attorney's Office. And we have a very small but mighty staff of advocates who zealously work for the benefit of their victims. They provide information, court support, education for victims of violent crime. And last year we offered services to over 2,300 victims. This year we will be hosting our Day of Remembrance on Friday evening, April 11th at 6:30 p.m. And we invite the public to attend. We invite the board graciously to attend. The Day of Remembrance is in memory of those victims who have lost their lives to violent crime. We honor them and the families and friends of those folks who have had to deal with the traumatic grief of losing a loved one. It's a very special event, and we invite everyone to attend. Oh, and we also have Sarah Everhart Rios is our guest speaker this year at the event, and we thank her for agreeing to do that for us.
And that Day of Remembrance, or Night of Remembrance, will be at the Veterans Hall, so it'd be great if some of you were able to make it. I just want to thank our victim services. Like Monica said, they're small but mighty. They are a phenomenal group, and I think if you speak to almost any victim, they will echo that. They are so good at what they do. They move mountains, and they truly, truly care. So this county is incredibly fortunate to have every single one of them.
Awesome, so impressive. I can't believe 2,300 that you served. Wow. Very small but mighty. It's amazing what you do for this community and for this county as a whole. Let's give them a huge round of applause as well. We've got some great departments here. Yeah, thank you. You know, as we go about our daily business, sometimes we don't realize all the things that are going on in the county. And if you just saw, you know, today, just the recognitions that we gave and the celebration of the special weeks, it's amazing to me, even after being here in this seat for 10 years, knowing all the things that go on throughout the county. And it's just really impressive. And it's overwhelming sometimes to think about the services that are offered. And you know, the word small but mighty, it applies to the entire county, because really the small staff and a lot of work gets done. So it's just a feeling of pride for the moment of being working with Sutter County and being able to serve for these past 10 years. It's been great. And I'm not resigning, it's just been good. Okay, so moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have public comment, where members of the public will be allowed to address the board on items of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Board of Supervisors. State law provides that no discussion or action may be taken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda. And any public comment?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have 2 public comments. The first speaker is Tyler Tamagni.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Tyler Tamani. I'm a local farmer who has been in industrial hemp here in Sutter County for the past 6 years. First, I'd like to thank all the supervisors and staff, council, ag commissioner, Yuba City Farm Bureau, and local concerned citizens for all taking the time to sit down with us to discuss the issues that the hemp industry has brought since being introduced in 2019. It was an eye-opener a bit to see the challenges that our ag commissioner and community have been dealing with. But after discussions with the stakeholders and identifying the key problems that have come up over the past 6 years, we feel like we have come up with some great solutions to all the issues. Again, we would like to thank everyone who has given the time and input over the past few months. We are looking forward to bringing this back up in the coming supervisors meeting. I would respectfully ask you guys to expedite this and get this new ordinance on the next meeting on April 8th. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Next speaker.
Our next speaker is Stephanie Rosignio.
Welcome, Stephanie.
I'd rather you not hear me, then you wouldn't know I'm an idiot. Okay, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to talk about the Yuba-Sutter Veteran Service Office and things going on in there. And it's all secret, under the table. And we've seen this as vets over the last several years. Whenever they are silent, whenever you're not allowed to comment, you know that the government is doing some pretty nefarious things. However, Steve Smith was going to check into it. I went to the board earlier and nobody got back. So I was gonna go raise some hell and say, hey, we're vets, we're not welfare recipients. We served our country, we still will serve our country. Our oath never expired. And if you don't believe in the Constitution and you're a terrorist or you're an enemy, foreign or domestic, you've got a lot of vets that you're gonna deal with. So that being said, I'll just move on to a second thing that's important. And one of those things is the response on the fire department, police department. It seems they don't have enough resources. The last 3 times I've called police department, they refuse to take reports. Oh, that's a civil matter. At a squatter, oh, that's a civil matter. Got robbed, says, oh, well, she's just gonna say that you gave it to her. And I go, even the stuff I haven't paid for yet? I'm still making payments on? Goes, well, too bad. I'm thinking, if that's the attitude and you want more money, forget it. Serve what you have and do what you need to do. And then that brings me to the last thing, and that's money. I don't know if anybody's noticed that we are in trillions of dollars of debt. Our state has basically, what's the polite way of saying, robbed us blind? And taking money everywhere they can, collecting money other places. You can't do anything about it because, oh, we're the government and we're here to blank you. And it's gonna go down to every county and every city because the state's not gonna give us the money. The feds don't have the money to give us. We are so far in debt that California, it's his history. And there is a movement called New California State, and I would really advise you guys to look twice at that because that's our only option unless we want to have the federal government take us over. And who knows more about our community than people in the community? You guys were elected. We are a republic. We the people elected you to advocate for us. And that includes standing up to the pusillanimous government that we have called Mussolini and the monoparty legislature. Does anybody believe that they're very fair and equitable to us, especially in the rural areas? I see none. That's what we figured. But anyway, we're gonna have to come up with some really creative ideas and work hard for our future.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Any further public comment, Madam Clerk? Okay, great. Move on to the next item, which is the consent calendar. It will be items 1 through 14 with the removal of item 10. I would entertain a motion for consent, approval of consent. We have a first from Supervisor Stevens.
Second.
Second from Supervisor Boone. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Move on to the next item now. Be opening up the Waterworks District 1. We'll keep the roll call, we'll let the roll call stand. Public comment for Waterworks. Members of the public will be allowed to address the Waterworks District Number 1 Board of Directors on the items of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. State law provides that no action may be taken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda. Are there any comments, public comments, Madam Clerk? Okay. Then I will ask for a motion for the approval of the consent calendar for Waterworks.
I make a motion for the Waterworks consent.
Thank you. We have a motion from Supervisor Boone, a second by Supervisor Stevens. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Motion carries. Consent calendar. Any other business of the board? Okay, there being none, there's no closed session. We're going to adjourn the Waterworks District Number 1 Board of Directors and reconvene as the Sutter County Board of Supervisors. We'll let the roll call stand, Madam Clerk, and we'll move to appearance items. I don't believe Mr. Russer is present, correct? Okay, so we'll move the appearance items. Do we need to vote on that? He's not present, so we just move it to the next meeting. If we can ask him to come to the next meeting, that would be great. Move on to comments by the County Administrator, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Supervisors. Just a couple things. The board had asked for an update on a project in Robbins. So I have just a couple things. Following an initial county meeting on February 5th, 2025 with staff from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or USDA, a rural development group led by Sally Tripp, Development Services met with specific USDA staff on February 10th to scope specific grant and loan projects for the community of Robbins and the wastewater system that would be eligible under current USDA programs. They advised us to contact the Rural Community Assistance Corporation, or RCAC, for guidance on preparing the necessary documents for a successful USDA application. Development Services has met with RCAC on March 13th and March 18th to complete the initial documents, including the technical, managerial, and financial assessment. The next steps include the preparation of a community work plan, which is due to be completed by August 31st, and USDA RD apply registration to be eligible to submit a grant or loan application after September 2025. So as that progresses, we will keep you updated and the public as well. We have had, as mentioned by Mr. Tamani, we've had some discussions regarding the possible hemp ordinance, so I will look at getting together with staff and putting something, if the board so chooses, to bring back a discussion of a hemp ordinance with provisions that would protect the public and have and both protect the county financially as well for the cost of doing various hemp-related inspections. On Friday, April 11th at 6:30 p.m., the Sutter County District Attorney's Victim Services Program, who were in earlier, will have their day of remembrance in memory of those that were lost to violent crime in Sutter County, and in recognition of National Crime Victims' Rights Week. So again, that's Friday, April 11th at 6:30 p.m. at the Sutter County Veterans Hall. And it's a dessert reception as well, so. One other thing, we had a meeting yesterday. I hope I'm not stealing the thunder of another one of the supervisors, but we did have a meeting with citizens who came to us with some ideas on some possible revenue measures. And I just wanted to acknowledge that we had a good discussion, that I think despite the difficult economic climate, I think there's some interest out there regarding services and how they will be funded into the future. We know we're already working diligently and have been for several years on the fire department funding. And we have some new avenues that we're looking at there. We've continually applied for grant funding and even used grant writing services to have a better chance at those. It is difficult as a rural county, a rural organization, to trump some of the bigger cities and regions that are applying for these same grants. However, we keep putting our best effort forward there. But I just wanted to make the public aware, and the board, of course, the full board, that we had a good discussion, and look forward to future discussions with that. And it's something we may want to bring forward to the board for at least discussion and consideration in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO Smith. Moving on to the next items is correspondence and current board and commission vacancies. I'll draw to your attention the supervisors who are here today. Pay particularly to the vacancies and any suggestions for people or people from the audience who have people who would like to serve on any of these boards or commissions, bring them to your supervisor. So encourage you to do so. You'll notice there's quite a few openings. Okay, and then we'll move to district reports, and we'll start with Supervisor Boone.
I'd like to close this meeting coming up with remembrance of John Heenan of Live Oak, who recently passed. Was a good friend of mine. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Supervisor Boone. And Supervisor Stevens?
Yes, I'd also like to close in remembrance of Esponza Becerra. I did not know this lady. She's from my area, but two of her daughters worked for us at Stevens Farmhouse, and my son played wrestling with my son. Quite a family. They were immigrants from Mexico. One of the daughters now is a nuclear scientist. The other one is in Tracy as a cadet in the police force, and the son is working for the dad. Just the American dream, and she unfortunately died at a very young age with cancer, so Esponza Becerra. And then I'd also we had many of the firefighters in here tonight, and I was fortunate enough to go down to Pleasant Grove last week and go to a school board meeting, but I walked across the street to the Pleasant Grove Fire Department where they were having their weekly training on a Tuesday night, and I sat there and talked with them for about 2 hours. The passion these volunteer firefighters have is incredible. They've been doing it since 1940, and there was about 20 of them going through training, and they have professional firefighters come out and train them. There's some from Sacramento, medical personnel there. I can't tell you how impressive it was to see them and the passion they had for their job. They wouldn't let me out of the room. They just wanted to tell me everything they were doing. So I got a lot of information from them. So I would like to recommend a gold resolution to the Pleasant Grove Fire Department. And if they would like to come here to the board, I'd like to have them. But if not, I'd invite every supervisor to go down there and present them to them on a Tuesday night. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Supervisor Stevens, and that sounds like a really good idea. So only comments I have is that I'd go ahead and direct staff to follow up on your comments, CAO Steve Smith, on the hemp ordinance, on a revenue measure discussion for a future meeting, and of course on the gold resolution, and then close the memory of the two individuals that we mentioned today. So I'd entertain a motion.
I move to close the meeting.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
Yuba-Sutter.live. It's the truth that comes through.